Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Clara Z, and today I'm so excited to have a Hobonichi Techo haul. So Hobonichi is a Japanese stationery store. I received their items just this week. They just launched their 2025 items, and what I really love about this company is a lot of their beautiful signs, their layouts, and also their papers. They are very smooth and thin, and I love their papers, and they're super lightweight. I can't wait to open these. I have been using their agendas in 2024, and when the drop came out for 2025, I definitely just had to get some of their 2025 stuff. So today I'm here to unbox these with you. I haven't looked at the items yet as I just received them in the mail. So let's get started. So let's open this one in the small box first. I have a feeling this is one of the covers. Let's just open it together. So this is one of their covers. This is one of their very popular covers made by Mina Peronen, and I believe she makes a lot of beautiful fabrics for clothing and furniture. So this is in an A6 size. This is, I believe, something called like the pastel jelly bean or something like that. So you can see that it's got a bunch of pastel colors, and then it's got these round circles, and I wish you could feel this. So this feels more like cotton. Green part is raised, so there's a lot of nice textures on a lot of her covers. And then if I open that up, you can see there are some card slots here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card slots here, and then there's another 2 slots here, and then the booklet, which I'll show you later, goes in there. And it has 2 bookmarks, as you can see. One is pink and one is blue, and on the ends it's just 2 little circles. But yeah, this one is really nice. So let me open up all the other things that I got from Hobonichi. So excited. So here is the main box. As you can see here, it says Lifebook Hobonichi Techo 2025. So let's open that together. And there's a beautiful quote on the top there, which I'm not going to read through. However, let's just open that. And as you can see, the box is pretty full as I ordered quite a few things. So let's pull these out one by one. So here is another cover that I picked up, also in the A6 size. It's pink on the outside and black on the inside. Let me just take off the cover. So here you can see the color better on both sides. And I like that this has a back pocket at the back, so you can slip things in here if you need to. And the internal is black, and it's very similar compartments to the Mina cover. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots there. And then your covers go in here and here. And then again, another 2 slip pockets here. And these, if I haven't mentioned before, are like pen loops. So you could stick your pens in there to keep the cover shut. And it also has, again, some bookmarks here. So that's what the bookmarks look like. So that is the pink cover. And I just could not help myself because I'm just such a crazy pink lover. And in order to protect the pink cover, I got this, what they call cover on cover. So it's like a plastic cover, and it's got all these little cute icons on top of it. Let me take off the cover. So here is the transparent cover. It's so cute. You can see there are like little emoticons on that. It's so cute. And you would just put that on top of this cover. So let me just show you what that looks like. So putting that cover on the cover, it makes it slightly a little bit more waterproof, but then you get the pretty pop-up color pink with all these little stickers on the top, like this, and it's able to open as usual here. The only downside to this is that it makes this back pocket inaccessible. So I'm just gonna have to think about how I'm gonna use this cover and if I'm gonna keep using it on top of that. But I really love the little emoticons on top. I think it just makes it so cute. So I did get a third cover, and this one is in the A5 size. So it's slightly larger than the A6 size, as you can see here. So let's take off the plastic cover so I can show you what this looks like. So this one is designed by Japanese designer called Hiroko Kubota, and you can see it's so pretty. It's got these two little cats on their bicycles and bicycling through the night with all the cherry blossoms. And if I open that up, you can see what that looks like. It's so pretty. I love how the cherry blossoms, as you can see, are just falling onto a moonlit pathway while these two little cats are cycling in the night. It's so pretty. So if I flip that around, you can see the interior is a pop of color. And again, you've got like a similar design with larger pockets. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little pockets here. And then there's like a small pocket here. And then on this side, I can see there's like one large slip pocket here. And then the cover of the booklet goes in here. And let me just pull out the bookmarks. So the bookmarks just look like that. It's just two small kind of plastic leather looking tabs that go on the ends. But yeah, this one is really pretty. And again, I love that this also has the back pocket if you just need to slip in a couple of notes. Or even, I'm not sure if your phone fits on the back of this. Let's try. So this is my iPhone 15 Pro. So yeah, I think I can slip this on the back. Yeah, so that is pretty handy if you want to slip that on the back. So look, that fits there, but we'll see if that still fits with the booklet inside. And again, you have these two tabs to hold the pen and to kind of cinch the holder together like this. And before I get into filling in those covers, I also picked up a Weeks. So this is called the Hobonichi Techo 2025 Weeks. So let me open this up for you. So again, this one is again by that same artist called Hiroko Kubota. And this one has a bit of a laminated hardcover. You can see it's so cute. It has the cherry blossoms on there again, and then it has the character standing on an elephant. I just thought this was so cute. And this just has a weekly layout where you can jot down your agenda for the week, and it has a page where you can put down some notes. So this one I like to keep in some of my handbags for a quick reference or just to jot notes for the day. It also has this monthly calendar at the front, so you can do some monthly planning. And then at the back, it has a bunch of grid lines just for regular notes. And all of these always come with one of these that you can stick here, and then you can just put small receipts or papers on the edge of the cover. So before I show you any of the other items, let me just show you the type of planners that I use for each cover and what I use on a day-to-day basis. So let's start with the Days Free. So this one you can see is a bit of a smaller size. It's like an A6 size, so let's open that. So this little booklet has some monthly planners at the front, as you can see here, and behind it is basically non-dated pages, so you can plan or write out things for different days that you need instead of trying to fill out one day per page. There are some occasions whereby I'm not writing on this daily, so this is really good for those days whereby I don't need a date on them and just to write down random things. So my idea is to use this with the Mina cover like this. So I've just put that booklet inside. This is the Days Free cover, like so. And how I use this is I generally will put this in my purse if I know I'm going somewhere where I want to do some brainstorming or just some daily journaling just to write down my thoughts. So in 2024, I had a similar setup. So this is another Mina cover. This one is also so pretty. It's got different fabrics kind of quilted together, as you can see. And I wish you could feel that because it feels like a bit of a carpeted texture on some of these. It's so pretty. So in the last year, I've been using this sparingly as kind of like a daily journal where I like to write out my thoughts, my prayer items, things that I'm grateful for, or things that just stress me out. I just love to write. So This has worked really well for me in 2024, and I plan on using this one for 2025. Again, just to write down some daily journaling if I know I want to do some journaling either at home. But I also like the size. It's like an A6 size so that I can put it in a, say, medium-sized purse and carry it out with me if I want to go to a cafe or I want to go to the park to do some daily journaling. So another book that I got, a planner, is this Hobonichi Techo Planner 2025, also in English. So again, if I open that up, it's on this beautiful cover. It says Techo on the top. And compared to the Days Free, the only major difference is that, again, it has this monthly organizer, but this one actually has days. So it has 1 day per page. And this is more of a daily task or activity manager. So I would use this if there are certain tasks or projects I need to finish and I need to either list them out, cross them off, or make different tasks that I know I have to do for the day. So this one is more of a workhorse, and the one that I showed you before, this one is more of kind of like a personal journaling journal. So the final book I got was the Hobonichi Techo 2025 English, and this is called The Cousin, and this is in the A5 size. It's a lot bigger than the ones that I showed you before. Let me open this up. So as you can see, this one is much bigger than this one. This one contains more of my personal information and daily activities that relate to me, friends, or family. And this one is much bigger. And I tend to use this for work just because it's a lot bigger. There's more space for me to write down ideas and tasks. And I tend to leave this at the office. So I try not to put personal information into this because I just generally leave this on the table, and it's more to track and organize my work life. So if we open this up, you can see there's like a monthly planner, and then it has weekly calendars. And then once you get through the weekly planners, you get into the daily planners. And again, it's 1 day per page, and there's ample space for you to chop it up whatever way that works for you. So generally I like to list tasks here and then put notes along here. And there's a page for each day, and definitely, as you can see, there is a lot more room in this one versus this one. So of course, for work, sometimes I like to brainstorm, think of ideas, or even draw on here, or sometimes I want to stick notes on that. So I appreciate having more space in this one to write down more ideas into this one. So I'm just gonna stick that into the larger cover. Here is the larger cover, and I've stuck the larger agenda into here. So obviously this is a lot larger, so unless I'm carrying a backpack or a large tote, I actually don't prefer to carry this back and forth from work. If there are certain things I'm afraid I'll forget, I may take a picture and then go home. But for my office planning, I like to leave this on my desk, especially if I'm working from the office a lot. Of course, if I'm working from home, I do need to carry this back and forth. But by and large, I use the larger one for work, and that will be complemented, of course, with my daily journal, which is more of my personal life. And this one will probably contain more of my personal activities and planning on a day-to-day basis. And of course, I have my weekly planner, which I intend to carry in my purse or bags if I can, because some of my bags are pretty small, but I hope to carry this in my bag most of the time for planning. Would it be redundant to have both? Maybe. So this year, I'm just going to see how it goes between this one. And depending on if I can get use out of one or the both, maybe next year I might only get the weeks or just the daily for the personal activity planner. So I also picked up the 2025 Techo weeks, which looks like this one. This one is actually really inexpensive, and I really want to use this as a complement to some of my books just because this is really small. So as you can see, basically it will have 1 week here, and then you can plan out your week like so. And this is much smaller than, say, the Cousin, but it is the same size as the A6, and it's just also really good for at a glance situations. So I'm still wondering how I will use this because I like to plan in terms of weeks. There are some seasons in my life right now whereby I'm not as busy at work, and so I probably don't need as much space. So I'm just still trying to figure out how much I will be using this, but this was fairly inexpensive, and I also like that it's very small and compact so that I can slip this into a lot of my bags. This one is also very small and compact, but it tends to be on the longer side. So for some of my really mini bags, I'm not sure if this will fit as nicely as this one. So again, a bit is experimenting between this one and this one. So hopefully by next year, I will know for sure how I make use of between this one and this one. And also, although it's not a part of this year's haul, it was part of last year's haul, I did want to make mention of my Hobonichi 5-year diary, and I have been really enjoying this. I started this last year in January, and what it basically is, I can show you a blank page. So every year on the same day, you write down something and something short. And usually what I'll put in there are things I'm thankful for and things I'm struggling with, or kind of like some of my prayers. And then each year when you go back to write on the same day, you can get an idea of how your situation has changed, if your prayers have been answered, you know, just to kind of think about things that you were thankful about in the past, and also to review some of the struggles you had and how they progressed over the years. So this has been really special to me. And then because it's really short, it's just enough space to write like a couple of sentences. And then there's one full page here if you want to put photos, stickers, or if you just have additional things to write, you can put them here. So I wish I used this a bit more last year. And the reason why I didn't use it as much in 2024 was that I moved countries, and I didn't think my shipping and my move would take so long. So I actually packed this in a box, and it took over half a year before I was able to unpack this diary. And I really wish I had kept it with me because this move was pretty stressful, but there were also things that I was really happy about that I wish I documented in here. But because I didn't have it with me at the time, it was kind of a missed opportunity. Having said that, I look forward to continuing this booklet. Really look forward to writing in this one in the coming years, just to be able to look back, and whether it's for Thanksgiving or just for opportunities for me to learn about myself or others, this is a great way of tracking your life. So let's get into some of the other things that I purchased with this haul. So there are just a few stationery items. So 2 items that I hauled are these pen holders. You can see there's one in gray and one in a camel color. Let's open this one. So basically it's kind of like a pencil holder where you can put pens or rulers or other stationery in here. There's also a slip pocket in here for easy access if you want to stick a pen in there. And then there's this little piece of elastic to go over your book. So just as a sample, I've just put this over this one like that. And that just gives you easy access to pens or other markers that you may want to use. And I noticed that you can adjust the elastic so it can be longer. So it should fit also the A5. So again, I've expanded the elastic, and that fits also on top of the A5. So I love that there's a pen holder here, but if you have more things like markers or erasers or any other pens or small items you want to fit in here, this is just nice for that, so that it's just not falling all over the place. So I like the idea so much, I also got it in this gray color. So that's what it looks like. It's got this knot here on the side, Hobonichi Techo, and the elastic on the back. And again, if I open that up, it's kind of like a greenish hue on the inside. It's just made out of a nylon, so that's what it looks like. And again, if I just put that over the Mina cover, you can get an idea of what that one looks like that. So other stationery items I got were these little mini stamps, which I'll show you here. So these are really easy to use. You just push on them and then they make these little cute little emoticons or symbols, and it's just great for diary or journaling. You can journal what the weather was like, or if you had a coffee, tea, or a meal, you can also put those details into your journal. And I plan to put them into these little pockets in there so that I can also carry those around. Now with every journal order, they usually give you a pen. So this year, the pen color, and every year it varies, is this one. It's in yellow and orange. I love these pens. They have a great grip and they generally have a couple of colors. So this one has black, blue, and a red. You can see there. So typically you can put it into these loops here on the side, and then you can put that on top to secure it, as you can see here, and that way it doesn't just automatically open if that's in your bag, or if you need extra security, it's a way of securing the cover. So the only other items in the box are these two. I'm not too sure what these are, but usually there is some sort of gift with purchase each year. So let's open these up to find out what they are. So it looks like they are giving out some small grid line notebooks. It is a soft cover. It's got this really pretty pattern on top. And then the inside looks like it's just plain grid lines. And sometimes I really like these books if I just need to write down notes or jot memos. It's really great for that. So let's open the other one and see what other design I got. So it looks like I got the exact same booklet here. And again, it's just a booklet where I can write in the grid lines. So again, a very pretty design. So that is my Hobonichi 2025 haul. So I'm curious to know what you use for a daily planner in your life, or if you don't use one at all. I know for some people like Mr. K, my husband, he prefers to use his phone, and he asked me, why don't you just use your phone? But actually, I really enjoy writing on paper, and I like to be able to just kind of cross off or tick off tasks that I've done. It just gives me satisfaction, and I'm the type of person who really enjoys journaling, so I like to write my thoughts and express my feelings through pen and paper, and so it's a way for me to soothe and clear my mind or thoughts. So I really enjoy that. In general, this is kind of like how I will be using my setup this year. Of course, I have my 5-year daily journal where I'll be writing just kind of point form blessings and prayer items. I have these 2 weekly planners which I can carry around with me to kind of plan my weeks out or my days out. So I'm not too sure how I will use these two. I kind of like the form factor of this, but I love the cover of this. It's so pretty. I'm just going to see what format works better for me. Of course, I have my daily journal, or I wouldn't really call it daily, but just whenever I feel like I need to do some journaling, if I'm at home or if I want to go to a cafe and I want to write down some thoughts, I will bring this one. And then to plan my daily activities and plans and my calendar, I'm going to be using this one, and this one is dated. Again, I'll have to see how much of this I will be using because I obviously have the week's planner, so it really depends on how many activities or how many ideas I need to plan. So this is yet to be seen. And then finally, I have one for work, which is the Hobonichi Cousin, which I know for a fact I will be able to use for work. It's much bigger and heavier, but I do need the extra space. Having said that, it's not a very heavy planner just because the Hobonichi paper is super, super thin and lightweight. So I believe there are some booklets where they split the year into two. So if you tend to be the person who likes to write a lot or stuff things inside a lot, or you need to add a lot of papers, sometimes having the Avec, I believe, they split it into two booklets. So it's like kind of like two thin books instead of one thick book. But for me, I think this one actually works well. And in case you're curious, yes, you can stick your phone in that. However, you can see it gets a bit bulgy. So I think that this pocket at the back works well for the phone if you need a place for your phone at the back, and you can pretty much pick this up and go to your next meeting. And yes, in case you're wondering, I think this pocket probably will be a bit tight for this phone because it's just a much smaller planner. It's the A6 size. So that's it for my 2025 Hobonichi haul. I hope you enjoyed this haul and I hope it was helpful for you in case you are looking to find a planner for 2025, or if you're just looking for a journal or some ideas, or maybe it's something you want to explore for 2025, or even if you're in the market for a cover or a notebook. I hope this has given you an idea of what some of the covers and the notebooks look like. Of course, you can go to their official website to see more details on each of these notebooks and covers. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. But thank you so much for joining me again today. And I wish you a fabulous rest of 2024. And I look forward to 2025. Have a great day and we'll see you next time. Bye bye now.